Welcome to the world of science fiction where extraordinary tales come to life. Enjoy the journey. The first lie was told on March 23rd, 2247. Or at least, for Zira, it was the first lie. She stood behind the garbage truck. Her green skin had faded, appearing almost gray. That's what happened when she went hungry. Her purple eyes scanned Tokyo's back alleys, searching for something, anything. Food scraps, a valuable metal piece, maybe a discarded energy cell. But today, there was nothing. Just rain. Endless, merciless rain. "Hey, you!" Zira's heart stopped. A uniformed man, city, security. How many times had they told her? If humans see you, you'll be caught. If you're caught, you'll be deported. If you're deported, no one ever finished that sentence. They didn't need to. Everyone knew. On planet Krynn, the council was waiting. And the council did not forgive. "Wait right there!" Zira didn't run. She couldn't. Her legs were trembling from hunger. She simply leaned against the wall, closed her eyes, and waited. For arrest. For deportation. For death. "What are you doing here?" Zira opened her eyes. The man was close now. But there was no anger on his face. There was concern. I was just... Zira's voice cracked. Even in the standard galactic language, she still had an accent. Krynn accent. The thing that gave her away. "Are you hungry?" Zira raised her head. The man's face was soft, old, wrinkled, kind. Yes, very hungry." The man reached into his pocket. Zira tensed. Gun, handcuffs, communication device. But the man pulled out a sandwich, plastic wrapped, half-eaten. "Take it," he said. "I already ate too much today anyway." Zira stared. At the sandwich. At the man. Back at the sandwich. But you... "Hurry up," the man smiled. "My route is finished. Next patrol comes in 5 minutes. They won't want to see you here." Zira took the sandwich. Her hands were shaking. Why? Why what? "Why are you helping me? I'm Krynn. You should report me. The rules say so." The man shrugged. "Rules don't feed hungry people. Go now. And don't show up in this area again. Deal?" Zira nodded, started to run, but stopped after 3 steps. "Mister," she said, turning back. "What's my name?" "In the report." "What will you write?" The man raised his eyebrows. "Report? What report? I didn't see anyone in this alley today." And that's when it happened. Zira witnessed her first lie. 3 months later, Zira still thought about that moment. "I didn't see anyone in this alley today." But he had. Zira was there. The man had seen her, talked to her, given her a sandwich. So why had he said such a thing? Zira's head was confused. On planet Krynn, there was no such thing as a lie. There couldn't be. Krynn people used telepathy. Every thought, every feeling, every intention could be read with crystal clarity. Lying was impossible. But humans were different. Humans didn't use telepathy. They only used words. And words could hide the truth. When Zira realized this, her world changed. Maybe that's why humans survived, she thought. Maybe that's why even the galaxy's most dangerous species fear them. Maybe lying is a weapon. Zira was in a different alley now, a safer place, Nakamura District, where other refugees lived. Krynn, Vexians, even a few Torlians, all illegal, all hiding. Zira! In front of a small shop, Toll sat. An old Krynn, hair white, face covered with wrinkles. Years ago, he too had fled from the council. Uncle Tall, Zira greeted. How are you? Tired, said the old man. His purple eyes were sad. Always tired. But you look different today. Did something happen? Zira sat beside him. I want to ask you something. Ask. What is a lie? Tall stopped, looked at Zira for a long time. Why are you asking this? Because a human did it, helped me, but then said something else, something that wasn't true, and it worked. Tall took a deep breath. Lying, he said slowly, is the Krynn's greatest fear. What do you mean? Thousands of years ago, before the council was formed, Krynn could lie too. But then telepathy developed, and lying became impossible. Toll paused. The council was happy about this. Now everyone will be honest, they said. Now no one will carry secret thoughts. Isn't that a good thing? Is it? Toll's voice was bitter. Think, Zira. No privacy. No secrecy. The council can read your every thought, every fear, every hope, every rebellion. Zira's breath caught. Is that why we fled? Yes, because we were afraid, because we were disappointed, because we thought differently. Toll's hand trembled, and the council saw these thoughts and marked us as threats. Silence. Then Zira whispered, So humans can lie. Does that make them powerful? Maybe, said Toll. Or maybe it just helps them survive. In the following weeks, Zira began observing humans. Here was a mother to her child. There's no monster, sweetheart. You're safe. But Zira knew. The mother was afraid. Attacks in the city had increased lately. Everyone was afraid. Still, the mother lied to comfort her child. Here was a vendor. Best price. You won't find it cheaper anywhere else. But Zira knew. 2 streets over, the same product was cheaper. Still, the vendor lied. For profit. Here was a doctor to an elderly patient. You'll get better. Just need a bit more time. But Zira saw the darkness in the doctor's eyes. The man was dying. The doctor knew. Still, he lied. For hope. As Zira watched these, she understood something. Humans didn't lie only to harm. Sometimes they lied to protect, to comfort, to love. We never had that chance, Zira thought. Krynn never learned this. But then everything changed. One night, military ships came to Nakamura District. Council ships, Krynn soldiers. All refugees, surrender. Resistance will be punished by death. Panic, screams, running people. Zira found Toll. The old man sat in a corner, eyes empty. Uncle Tall, we have to run. No, said Toll. I'm done running. I'm tired, Zira. So tired. But they'll kill you. I know, Toll smiled. A sad, weary smile. But you're young. You can run, go, hide, survive. Zira couldn't hold back her tears. I'm coming with you. No, you're not. Toll put his hand on Zira's face. You're special, Zira. I've watched you. You observe humans. You learn from them. Maybe you can find a future for us. What do you mean? But Toll couldn't answer, because the soldiers came. Zira ran. Her legs burned, her lungs were bursting, but she ran. Behind her, she heard Toll's telepathic scream, and then silence. Death is always silent, Zira thought. When telepathy ends, only emptiness remains. She leaned against a wall, couldn't breathe. Tears streamed from her eyes. What do I do? Where do I go? Toll is gone. The others are gone. I'm alone. Hey, you, by the wall! Zira raised her head. A human. No uniform. Just an ordinary man. You're hiding, aren't you? The man approached. Running from them. Zira said nothing. Couldn't. Listen, said the man. I don't want to hurt you, but council soldiers are sweeping everywhere. If you stay here, they'll find you. I know, Zira whispered. So what will you do? I don't know. The man thought. Then, come with me. What? My house is 5 minutes from here. You can hide there. Temporarily. Until the council leaves. Zira looked at the man. Why? Why are you helping me? The man shrugged. Because it's the right thing. Because you're a being. And no one deserves to die. Just for thinking differently. Zira thought about Toll, her mother, her father, everyone killed by the council. And then she thought about the security guard who gave her a sandwich, the mother who lied to her child, the doctor who gave hope to his patient. Maybe humans aren't dangerous, she thought. Maybe they've just learned to survive. Okay, said Zira. I'll come with you. The man's name was Kenji, 34 years old, an engineer, lived alone. This is the guest room, he said, pointing to a small room. Not very luxurious, but safe. No one will find you here. Thank you, said Zira. Her voice still trembled. Kenji smiled. You're welcome. Now are you hungry? I can make pasta. That night, as Zira ate, Kenji asked questions. What's life like on Krynn? Terrible, said Zira. Everyone can read everyone's thoughts. No privacy. The council controls everything. Is that why you fled? Yes. My family thought differently. Disagreed with the council's policies. And the council saw that. Through telepathy. Zira paused. They killed them. All of them. Kenji's face darkened. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? You didn't do it. I know. But still, no one should experience something like that. Zira looked at him. At this man. This stranger. This human. Kenji? Yes? Would you lie to me? Kenji stopped. What do you mean? Humans can lie. Krynn can't. This makes me curious. Would you lie for me? Kenji thought for a long time. Then, slowly, why would I lie to you? I don't know, said Zira. Maybe to protect me. Maybe to comfort me. Humans do this. I've seen it. Kenji smiled, a sad smile. Zira, lying is a complex thing. Sometimes it's done for good reasons, sometimes for bad. But in the end, lies always carry a cost. Like what? Trust. Once you lie, people have trouble trusting you. Even you have trouble trusting yourself. Zira thought about this. So why do you do it? Why do you lie? Because sometimes truth hurts too much. And we humans want to protect ourselves from pain. Ourselves, our loved ones. Kenji paused. But it's not always right. Just sometimes necessary. Zira nodded. She still didn't fully understand. But she felt something. Something important. Lying is a choice. And choices matter. 2 weeks passed. Council soldiers left. Nakamura district quieted. Zira stayed at Kenji's house. Days passed with cooking, reading books, watching Kenji work. "What's this?" she asked one day, pointing to complex schematics on Kenji's desk. "Energy grid design," said Kenji. "For Tokyo's lower districts, trying to make it more efficient." "Why?" "Because people need energy. And I want to help them." Zira looked at him. "You're a good person, Kenji." Kenji laughed. "I don't think so. Just a man trying to do his best." "No," said Zira, "you're good. Because you helped me without asking for anything. Maybe I want something." "What?" Kenji paused. Then, "I want to see you smile. I noticed you haven't smiled since you came here." Zira was surprised. I don't know how to smile. On Krynn, smiling wasn't forbidden, but the council saw it as weakness. "Smiling isn't weakness," said Kenji. "Smiling is survival." That night, Kenji showed Zira an old movie. Comedy. Silly, absurd, completely illogical. But Zira laughed. For the first time, truly, for the first time in her life, she really laughed. And Kenji laughed too. Together. But happiness didn't last long. One morning, there was a knock on the door. When Kenji opened it, 2 council soldiers stood there. "Kenji Nakamura?" "Yes." "You're accused of harboring a Krynn refugee. Hand her over." Kenji's heart stopped. I'm not harboring anyone." One of the soldiers stepped forward, used telepathy, scanned Kenji's mind. "He's lying," said the soldier. "Zira Kolven is in this house. I can sense her." No, Kenji thought. No. "Hand her over," said the soldier, "or we'll arrest you too." Kenji's hand trembled. He turned. Zira stood at the top of the stairs, her purple eyes filled with fear. And in that moment, Kenji made a decision. "Zira Kolven? Who's that?" he said. "I've never heard that name." The soldier frowned. "But I saw it in your mind." "Maybe you imagined it," said Kenji. "I'm an engineer. I live alone. There's no one else here." The soldier scanned with telepathy again. But this time Kenji didn't think about Zira. He thought about his work, energy schematics, last night's dinner, his childhood dog. He filled his head with irrelevant things. Didn't lie. Just hid his mind. The soldier was confused. I was sure that... You're not sure, said Kenji firmly. Now please leave. I have work to do. The two soldiers looked at each other. Then, silently, they left. Kenji closed the door, leaned his back against it. He was trembling. Kenji! Zira ran from the stairs. You lied for me. No, said Kenji, I didn't lie. I just used my mind correctly. But they could have killed you. I know. So why did you do it? Kenji looked at her. Because you're my friend. And I protect my friends. Tears flowed from Zira's eyes. I put you in danger. No, the council put you in danger. Krynn put you in danger. Kenji put his hand on Zira's shoulder. You're just trying to survive. And I want to help you. Zira trembled. Kenji, I learned something. What? Lying isn't just with words. Sometimes you can lie with your thoughts too. You can hide your mind. And this is something my people never learned. Kenji slowly nodded. Maybe this could be your salvation. What do you mean? The council uses telepathy. But if Krynn learned to hide their minds, if they learn to control their thoughts, Kenji paused. Maybe then you can be free. Zira's heart raced. But how? How can we teach this? I don't know. But maybe you can start. From that day forward, Zira gave herself a mission. Mind control, thought hiding, telepathy deception. With Kenji's help, she learned meditation techniques. How to compartmentalize her mind, hide some thoughts, show others. Months passed, Zira became stronger. And then, one day, she decided. I'm returning to Krynn, she told Kenji. What? Kenji was shocked. But they'll kill you. Maybe, but maybe they won't, Zira smiled. Because now I have a weapon, your weapon. Lying? No, better. Choice. Kenji looked at her for a long time. Then, are you sure? No, but I have to. Because Uncle Tall was right. I'm special. And maybe I can find a future for my people. Kenji hugged her. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too. Zira couldn't hold back tears. You taught me so much, Kenji. How to laugh, how to choose, how to live. You taught me too, said Kenji. Courage, hope, faith. They parted. But this wasn't the end. 10 years later, Council Chamber, Planet Krynn. Zira stood in the Great Hall. Around her, hundreds of Krynn, all connected through telepathy. But Zira was no longer connected. She had learned to hide her mind. Council, she said, I want to ask you something. Speak, young one, said the council leader. We can already read your thoughts. No, said Zira. You can't. Silence. The council leader scanned with telepathy, but nothing. Zira's mind was closed. How are you doing this? I learned from humans, said Zira. They taught me to make choices, to control our minds, to own our thoughts. This is forbidden. Why? Zira stepped forward. Why is telepathy mandatory? Why must we share our every thought with you? Why don't we have privacy? The council leader became angry. For society! For unity! No, said Zira. For control. You want to control us. But now, it doesn't work anymore. Murmurs began in the hall. Other Krynn looked at each other. I, said Zira, can teach a new way. Mind control, privacy, freedom, but with your permission. The council leader looked at her for a long time. Then, show us. Now, 50 years later, Kenji had aged. 84 years old, in his Tokyo home, sitting in a comfortable chair. The door knocked. When he opened it, Zira stood there, older, wiser, but still with those same purple eyes. Zira. Hello, Kenji. They hugged. A long, warm embrace. How did it go? Kenji asked. It was hard, said Zira. The council resisted. But finally they understood. Privacy isn't a threat. It's a right. And now? Now Krynn is different. People can control their minds. They can share their thoughts or keep them. Choice is theirs. Kenji smiled. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you too, said Zira. Because you taught me everything. You lied for me, hid your mind, risked your life. And you, said Kenji, changed the world. They both laughed. Then Zira pulled a small object from her pocket. Old, tarnished medallion. What's this? Kenji asked. A gift from the Krynn Council. Teacher of Freedom title. Only 12 people have received this award in our entire history. Kenji was surprised. But I'm not Krynn. No, said Zira, but you taught me freedom. And that's more important than anything. Kenji took the medallion. It was heavy in his hand, meaningful. Thank you, he whispered. No, said Zira. Thank you. Evening came. They both sat on the porch, drank tea, looked at the stars. Kenji? Yes? I want to ask something. One last time. Ask. Did you ever lie to me? Kenji smiled, looked at her with warm eyes. Yes, he said once. When? That first night, when I said I made too much pasta. Kenji's eyes twinkled. I actually made exactly the right amount. I just wanted you to eat without feeling guilty. Zira laughed. Bright, pure, beautiful. That, she said, was a good lie. The best kind, said Kenji. The kind told with love. They sat in silence as stars wheeled overhead. Two beings from different worlds, connected by something stronger than telepathy, deeper than truth. Connected by choice, by kindness, by the simple, profound decision to care. And somewhere in the galaxy, on 100 worlds, Krynn children learn to smile, to hide their thoughts, to choose their own paths. All because one human taught one alien girl that sometimes the most powerful truth is knowing when to keep a secret. Would you lie for me? Always. For the right reasons. With love. Always.